not too often that you hear such a strong and beautiful story come out of COVID, but that's exactly what's happened between these two people standing before you. It was a Tuesday night and they were meant to be sharing a bottle of wine remotely. Daniel had had a couple of glasses and had a great time, while Roksanna pretended to have a great time with her glass of Ribena. Now, before we get into the details of their illicit relationship during lockdowns, welcome to today. A day confirming the relationship you've seen growing between these two people. A day that marks the beginning of their dream of one day starting a family together, continuing traditions and creating memories similar to those of their own childhoods. So welcome to the State Library. Daniel and Roxy spent a lot of their early years studying here in these very rooms, days of silence and just the sound of their laptop keyboards. The library was a place where they were still figuring each other out and wondering if the other really was the one. It was over the tops of their laptops they stole their first glances of forever.
You can say it all in silence.
Dearest Roksanna, who knew that all those years ago, you taking a chance on a boy because he played hockey meant we would end up here?
Carrying a heart of promise.
And little did I know that a girl who was too shy to eat her tomatoes on the first date would end up quite like you. But I'm so glad that you did.
We could leave the world behind. We could start another life. We could do it on the road. Chase the light. All we need is you and I. The gravity will we collide. See it through an open mind. Chase the light. Chase the light.
From the first day of knowing you, I've had an immediate feeling that no matter where we are together, we're home. We were in that moment, and every moment since, in the right place at the right time, because we were together. Everything is better when I'm doing it with you, except for surgery.
Daniel, the day after I met you for the first time, I told myself I was never going to see you again because I wasn't ready for you to break my heart. A week later, there I was again, heart on my sleeve, ready for you to do with it as you pleased. It was in these initial days and weeks that something changed. The world tilted, and I knew I wanted to revolve around you. I see the man you are now, and the man you will be in 50 years. A man that I'm sure will be far off from retiring. Because I can't imagine a world where you sit still and your mind is quiet. I hope that in that big life and big love that we have promised ourselves, the noise, the long days, and all the different versions of chaos, we will still find ourselves late at night with just the stove lamp on and a groaning and maybe a Tim Tam or two.
Chase the light, chase the light. Chase the light, chase the light.
Judith and I are delighted to welcome Roksanna and her family to our family. We've come to know you as a gentle, caring and beautiful person. Beautiful not only in appearance, especially tonight, but also on the inside. Together with Daniel, you are both happy and content. We are so very pleased that you and Daniel have chosen each other to travel this journey through life together. Daniel, we are very proud of you. We are proud of your achievements so far. More importantly, we are proud of the person that you are, caring for others with a good sense of humour, determined and resilient, thoughtful and strategic, able to see other perspectives, a little bit adventurous, wanting to do the best you can at whatever you turn your attention to.
I just would like to wish Roxy and Daniel exactly the same love that I have for Roksanna. and exactly the same love that Judith and Joel has for each other. I wish no more and no less.
Marriage is teamwork. One person is always right, and the other person is the husband. On a serious note, a famous French poet wrote in his memoirs, "Love does not consist in gazing at each other, but in looking outward together in the same direction." Love, laugh, and live. To Roxanne and Daniel.
To Dan and Roxy, to many nights of high-quality audio-visual block replays, drinking wine, and Dan's fashion sense. So,
to a lifetime of love, laughter, and real chicken meat. May you live as long as you like and have all that you like for as long as you live. To Roxy and Daniel.
Beside the storm, in the way you're
Thank you for all the ways that you love me, for the goodnight kiss every night, for pretending to enjoy watching sport with me, for coming with me to the other side of the world for my career, as well as all the little things you do that I sometimes don't even notice, but you do anyway because you know it will make my day easier.